What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, join the fun, share some videos. And yeah, sadly, this is going to be depressing. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet because I've made this video probably 10 to 15 times and I just haven't been happy with it because I feel like I'm sharing too much, I'm saying too much. So we're going to try to keep this short and sweet. So this is the Washburn N4 Great White Hope. This is not a normal production model. This is a custom run that they did. They only made like 8 to 10 of them. Sweetwater was supposed to get 5. I think they only got 3. This was the first one. They've got 2 more on the way. I think 1 is spoken for. And this is supposed to, be a copy of Nuno's N4 that you saw in the Banshee video. And you saw on tour with Rihanna, it was a white N4 that he played for years before he sold it to Angel City Guitars in Los Angeles. And then they sold the guitar to a collector. This is supposed to emulate that guitar. So I was really super stoked to get this guitar because it's so limited. And, I'd like to hold on to it just for the collectability of it. But, I don't like having $4,000 or $5,000 tied up in a collectible. So yeah, this guitar listed for $4,700. Luckily, I've got connections. I paid nowhere near that. But even with what I paid, I'm not happy with it, and it's getting returned. And it just doesn't feel like an N4 to me. And I'm going to go through that with you really quick, starting with this paint. It's not normal paint. It is almost like some kind of plastic coat paint. It feels like just cheap plastic. This one's got specks all in it. And it just feels cheap. It feels like a cheap import. Second, the back of the neck has way too much gloss on it. It's like you're playing a Charvel. An M4 is not supposed to have a bunch of gloss on the back of the neck. You're supposed to be able to feel the wood on the back of an M4. So that makes it feel like a cheap import. Next, the guitar is the lightest N4 I've ever picked up in my life, which makes it feel like a cheap import. And last but not least, underneath this bridge pickup, see, this has got the rear-mounted bridge pickup where these screws go through the back of the guitar and they screw into the back of this Bill Lawrence right here. They have shims in there to kind of make it a certain height. Well, I'm pretty sure that one of the shims is either come loose or was just put in there and not screwed in properly, because you hear that? That's underneath that bridge pickup. $4,700 guitar, folks. So yeah, it's just not for me. And I'm not trying to bash anything. I don't think this was a good way for Washburn to go out. But anyway, we're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say too much. I said too much in my other video that I made, and I promised myself I was just going to keep this to the things I don't like about this guitar. And that is what we are keeping it to. Plays good, sounds good. But seriously, would you pay almost $5,000 for an N4 with those issues? I mean, it leaves a lot to be said about what's going on right now. I know Washburn is using different means to get these guitars to their dealers before their deal ends. They got custom orders that people have ordered, and they're using different shops to fulfill those. And I will tell you, this is not a Chris Meade's Ohio guitar. And I can tell because Chris makes excellent guitars. Chris does an amazing job and has done an amazing job for Washburn over the years. This is not a Chris Meade guitar. I'll leave it at that. So anyway, that's my gripe. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to me cry. This thing's about to get packed back up to head back to Sweetwater. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.